Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to the episode of our Let's Play for Motorsport Manager. We are starting our, which season is this? This is our, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th season is about to kick off. And finally, we are not expected really to be the last place team, I don't think. We don't have the last place car anymore. Close, but not quite there. We also don't have the last place drivers anymore, which that's also an improvement. So I think we have a chance to, break that bottom line a little bit. We'll definitely find out for sure here in the first couple of races. But yeah, without any further ado, as they say, let's go ahead and get into this first race. Should be coming up here very soon. I mean, none of these sponsor objectives really matter because I don't expect to get 7th or above or any of the other ones, quite frankly. We've already fit the parts at the end of the last episode. Really nothing else to do but get in here. Looks like there was going to be a little bit of rain on practice day. I didn't see. I should have paid more attention, but I didn't see any rain on the actual race day, though. And because I really want to see if we even have a chance of doing anything, I'm going to go ahead and do the practice session. If it starts looking like this season's going to be another one of those, really just continue to rebuild a lot more and just not really going to matter that much whether we do the practice or not, I may start simming it some more. But for this first couple of races, just to see if we have a chance, we're going to go ahead and do the practice because if it makes a difference, it makes a difference, and that would be awesome. I forget if you're still a pay driver or not. I think you are, right? I actually don't remember. He's got better feedback anyway, so we'll put him on there. Anyway, I think that's going to be okay. All right, come down on the downforce just a smidge. I mean, I suppose we could just put it on. There's a couple ways to do this. Usually I put it right in the middle and then just go one side or the other based on what it says. But one thing I could do is I could just kind of stick it to one end or the other, and then based on how much it tells me it needs to go, I obviously know which direction it needs to go in at that point. Yeah, I should have checked the lap counts, because if we're actually going to care about some of this stuff, I should have checked to see what we need. I am going to just do... I'm just going to do some softs, I think, on both drivers. Maybe it would have been better to do the super softs. Maybe we could have made them... I think this track is actually pretty rough on tires, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I've actually paid attention, because obviously lately we haven't been really caring that much. But I think it does matter. All right, we'll go something like this. See if this makes it a little any quicker to get our stuff in place. And we're going to take the practice this time instead of simulating. Let's go ahead and send our drivers out and go from there. 12x. Now we'll go ahead and bring you both back in. If I can hit the button. Having trouble hitting the button. Alright. There we go. We already got an excellent on the downforce for Greaves. That's a bit surprising. Obviously, it's going to be right on the edge then. We know the handling is good, so we can come down on the handling a decent amount, not a ton. And the gear ratios needs to come up quite a bit. Something like that. So we will send you back out. And then for you... got a little bit more work to do for us. We know the downforce needs to come down quite a bit. Something like that, maybe. Handling this has changed quite a bit as well. And then speed balance, not as much. Let's try something like that. And honestly, if we get like 95 or higher, probably good enough. The percentage gain that you get... I should bring these both back in before I forget. This percentage gain that you get from going like 90 to 100 even is just so minimal. Doesn't really make that much difference. 93, pretty good. Went from poor to good. I feel like the speed balance needs to come up a smidge more. And we went from good to great. Handling, probably just a tiny nudge one way or the other. We'll just use something like that. And we'll send you back out. Bring you back in here in just a second. Yours isn't too bad either, actually. I bet yours is 90 or higher. Yeah, 94. Honestly, I'd be happy with both of those. We'll see if we can tone them in just a little bit, but I am definitely not unhappy with either one of those results. We went from poor to great. Probably don't want to go that much. Really need to keep the speed balance in line anyway. Something like that. Let's try that. Not a huge difference, and honestly, I probably could have just left you both out there, but I'll bring you back in one more time, and then we'll probably go out for the rest of the practice session. Yeah, great. Excellent, great, excellent. I think that is going to be well 98%. Yeah, we'll take that. Really don't feel like there's any reason to do anything else. We'll just go ahead and maximize the stints and just send you out to see if we can get as much knowledge as possible. 3 excellence. I will take that as well. 99%. I don't think I've ever seen 100%. I'm not sure if it's even possible, but 99%. I mean, there's literally such a microscopic difference between 99% and 100%. There's no point. There's not even worth trying to chase that 100% other than just to say that we got it. Send them both out for the last of the stints, and that was quick and easy. Nothing bad there whatsoever. Actually, get to see some timings here. We're not on the fastest tires, but we'll be interested to see what kind of times it gives us. 9th? 8th? Now, a bunch of people probably have not come back out off of their inners, but 10th and 11th, I can handle that. If that's at all, you know, an idea of what we're going to end up being, I will be ecstatic if we can be. Okay, now we're starting to drop down a little bit more. That's a little bit more expected. Okay, here we go. This is the more expected range. The 16th through 18th, although I would really don't really want to drop all the way back down to the 20th. Again, we weren't on the fastest tires. We weren't running aggressive mentality or anything like that. I don't know what to think about that, actually. I'm going to assume that we are definitely still in the bottom half. It is going to be raining. We'll see how long. Thankfully, we do have the ability to see almost the entire race. Oh, it is going to be raining a lot. I mean, just very briefly, going to be raining enough to go wets. But all the rest of the time, it is inters all the way around. Except maybe the last little bit of the race. So we'll go with inters. Don't think we care about medium tires. I mean, we'll plug both of these in just to say. There are no medium tires anyway. We might run softs at some point. Although I kind of have my doubts. We'll just plug them in because there's no reason not to. And we'll go ahead and go out on attack for sure. And we'll see if we can show up today. Looks like we got somebody in 4th. That's awesome. And then, who was our other driver? She's in 12th. Is it? Looks like it's alphabetical. Reverse alphabetical, actually. Come on, guys. We'll go ahead and follow Woroschek. I have to remember what your first name is because I'm going to have a tough time saying your last name. What is your first name? Why don't I remember your first name, buddy? We'll find it later. All right, so he's already starting to drop down quite a bit. Not great to see that. We'll stick with it here a little bit, though. Greaves is pushing up a bit, so she's doing all right. She's got the better car. She just started further down the line this time around. I mean, we'll keep it on double reds for now. Although I definitely need to swap it down here in a moment. We'll go ahead and drop down to push on the tires. We don't want to run them out too quickly. I'm okay with a bit more aggressive on the gas, I think. Although I probably should drop that down to high as well because we do still have to go 30 laps. And definitely don't want to do more than the 2 pits if we can help it. Plus, we have our engine conditions are not, like, amazing at the moment. All right, we're going to drop down to neutral on the tires. I'll leave it on high on the engine for just a little bit. We're at 80% there. I think we have some engine cushion available to us, so I'm not too worried about that. I mean, we're holding into 6, although that's not saying much because in even last season we were able to hold on to like 1st and 2nd places for, you know, the first 5 to 8 laps or something like that before people started working their way back up and taking over us. It's pretty cool out there, so we are starting to get a little bit of a dip in the tire temp. We'll keep an eye on it. As long as it doesn't go floor all the way down, we should be all right. I'll keep it on orange for just a little bit here. We still have the engine, you know, durability, so I think it's going to be okay. Wow, you are just really struggling on... Both of our drivers are struggling on the form at the moment, which is really rough to see. Has it completely stopped raining? It has completely stopped raining, so it's starting to dry up a little bit, but it will start again soon. Probably around lap 18 to 20, we're going to want to swap to some actual performance tires, but we'll run this for a little bit longer. Kind of want to split you guys up a little bit on the fuel. Probably pit Greaves first. I'm going to drop you down to medium, and I'm going to push you up to overtake. And especially since you have the better engine condition anyway. And we'll just overtake an attack. And that'll be okay. We'll see if we can pitch you here in a little bit earlier than we'll rush check. We'll rush check. I'm going to have to find your first name, buddy. Breeze pushed up into 9th. Up to 8th. I mean, she is going pretty aggressive compared to everybody else. She actually had a faster sector than anybody else. That's pretty impressive. Keep it going here. It's drying up pretty heavily, but it's about to start raining again, so enters is still the right move. One more lap probably, and we'll try and pit Greaves after that. In fact, we're actually going to go ahead and plan Greaves pit now. I think she's going to start getting to this lower band for tire wear. We definitely don't want her to be down there too far. Yeah, I think this is going to be okay. We can fill up. This should give us the full 12 laps. All this looks okay. I think we're going to go fast. You know, let's be aggressive. Just moved up to 7th at the moment. And we'll check the pit timings once he crosses the line or gets close to the line to see where we want him to come out at. He's about to cross the line now. He can actually go overtake for this last lap. And honestly, might as well go overtake and attack. And we'll plan his pit after this. Alright. Fuel options, fill it up as well. Park conditions. Yeah, I mean, I forget. We're still under simultaneous stuff, right? So, technically, we could fix some of these parts to really help them out a little bit. And, you know, we might as well. We've got the time. Barely, but we have the time. I mean, obviously, if there's a mistake, we'll go over a little bit, but not by much. Obviously, we want to change that for sure. But we have. It's just under the fuel refueling, so as long as everything goes well, we'll be able to get a little bit of freebie, you know, fixing on that part. Might as well. There's literally no reason not to. We definitely want to drop your aggression down here in just a moment. We'll drop you down to high, and we'll do high and push for a lap, and then we may drop you down after that. Really like you to get, you know, kind of make up some time here. I mean, engine conditions still okay. We could have gone a little bit more aggressive, but I think this is still the right move. All right, we're gonna repair. Come on, let's get some good timings here. Perfect. That timing looked like it was perfect. Ah, Greaves crashed. Well, I mean, it looked like it was going to be a good start to the season, but not to be. All right, all of our hopes is in Roland here. Keep on rolling. Oh, that's frustrating. That is frustrating. Don't get a lot of crashes, honestly, but you know, it is what it is. Form was down. I mean, what you gonna do? Come on, Roland. Get back up in there. 8th place. I mean, anything 10th or higher, I'd be ecstatic about. If we had some way to get 7th or higher and got some sponsor money, I don't know what I would say. That would be incredible. Definitely want to be a little bit cautious with the engine. We're down to 60% already. We're only, we're not even halfway through the race. Probably need to drop this down to medium. Just kind of settle in for a little bit. Really just milk this as long as we can. We do want to plan out a pit here and 7 laps, I think. So actually, we probably do want to be more aggressive on the engine if we can risk it. I mean, if we're gonna go 7 laps, we might as well go aggressive. You know, let's just go double orange. See what we can do. We're currently in the sponsor money, which would be amazing. I'm not holding my breath about it because obviously 8th is pushing us pretty hard right now. But I have to assume 8th place is probably a better car than us. But we'll keep pushing as much as we can. See if we can time out this switch to the faster tires, you know, better than anybody else. And yeah, we're about to lose our spot, it looks like. We'll check the lap fueling here in just a moment. We've only got about 5 laps to go, though. If we had the engine condition, I'd even push it even higher, but I just don't think we will. Hopefully some of these other guys don't have the conditioning that they need, and we can kind of make up some money, make some stuff from that. Definitely want to swap to our light stuff as soon as we're able to afford the fuel. So we're going to get 12 laps of fuel. So around lap 18, 19, something like that, we want to swap over. I don't want to go higher than orange. We're already dropping a lot of condition right now. We're going to have to kind of go the last little bit. Pretty low tires. All right, we might... I'm going to go one more lap and see if we can pit after that. Unless the people around us were starting to pit, then we might change our minds. But no, it's going to drop pretty fast here. And so I think we definitely want to try and pit here. Do we risk pushing? I don't know. I don't think we can. We're dropping engine so much. What do we came into this with? 80% maybe? Which means we've already dropped 30%. We need to drop another 30% before we have problems. So actually we're about halfway. We're more than halfway through. You know what? Let's run it. Let's go for it. We're going to go push and attack, overtake and attack. And we're going to go ahead and plan out our pit here. So we're going to have exactly 12 laps left. I think we'll come out on the softs. We're going to have a little bit of a performance increase from them anyway. We have 12 laps here. Doesn't mean we have to be kind of baby up a little bit. I don't think there's any point in doing any fixing here if we can help it. I mean, we could technically fit in one of these barely, but I don't think it's worth it. Let's just go with this and see if we can. We're going to push it really hard right now, but then we're going to milk it, you know, for the rest of the race. Oh, man, if we ended 7th or higher, that would be incredible. I'm really pushing into the red here. That's okay. And then we're going to want to come out on just double yellow. Really don't want to push it anymore after this. All right, go. Come on. Got to catch up here. Ooh, there we go. All right, still a little bit damp, but I think we're still within the range for these slicks to be okay. And obviously the tires, it's drying up even more as we go. So we'll just settle in here. And honestly, this is our race. This is it. Not much else for us to do other than just sit back and watch. Some of these other guys are going to have to start pitting here soon. Anybody that doesn't pit right now is starting to lose some times because the track is drying it quite a bit. It says we have excess fuel. We'll check it here in a moment. All right, there's a bunch of people pitting in. Should be able to sweep past a bunch of these guys. Up to 12. Still several guys ahead of us that need to pit, though. Keep an eye on these conditions. 11th place. We'll cross the line here in a second. We'll be on lap 22, which means there will be 9 laps left. I mean, we're right on the fuel. We might be able to push it to orange at the very end if, if things are okay. But honestly, probably unlikely. We may have to repair something, unfortunately, which would be really a shame. Really hoping if we baby this for the next little bit, we'll be okay. I mean, we're currently in 5th. I mean, I don't expect to stay here. I expect these other guys to start passing us here soon. But, I mean, we'll take it as much as we can. Can you imagine if Greaves was in here too? That would just give us double the chance to, like, get some money off of this. And I was not expecting to get anything off this race. I mean, we still have a chance to lose it, don't get me wrong. I mean, parts are starting to drop pretty rapidly, and we're down to 7th now. So we're one more spot and we're done. But we got a little bit of a gap. 3-second gap right now, currently. 2.7. So we're starting to lose some of this. And that guy behind us is starting to push pretty heavily. So maybe he repaired some engine or something like that and he's able to catch up better. Who knows? We'll keep an eye on it. We might be able to push the last lap. But I'm not really counting on it too much. About to dip into the 23 and the 20% on the gears. We may have to retire, unfortunately, which is... I think it's worth the risk. I don't think we could have taken the chance to repair. Maybe we could have. We've added 10 seconds, though. Would have been pretty rough. We are starting to lose some space here. 23%. Oh, he's, we've got a push on the tires. I didn't realize he was already cold. Thank you for letting me know that you're cold, buddy. Because I was not paying attention, obviously. Come on, buddy. Just a couple more laps. 4 more laps. It's a long way to go on the part conditioning that we're on right now. But the good news is that other people are going to have part condition issues as well. 8th is really climbing up our backside right now. I mean, I think we can still be top 10 as long as our parts hold up. But it does not look like we're going to be able to hold on to the sponsor objective. I'd really like to fend off 8th here. Because we're going to cross the line right now. Where is it? There it is. 3 laps left. We can go orange. It's really going to push our engine, though. But, I mean, if we lose it, we lose it. Look, he's already having some issues as well. So we're both going to be having some part condition issues. It's really a matter of whose car can hold up best. We've kind of got to ignore that. We're going to drop this down to neutral now that we've gotten some temperature into it. But we're going to keep going on the orange on the engine. See if we can hold this guy off just a smidge. 2 more laps. I'm hoping he has bad parts too that really mess him up as much as we're getting messed up here. Engine's really getting pushed to the limit here. Come on, hold him off, hold him off. Oh, we're in 6. Okay, okay. Never mind. Drop down medium. In fact, I'm tempted to drop down to low. Where is 8th? 8th is about 3 seconds behind us. I'm going to drop down to, we'll go neutral, but we're going to go low on the engine. I don't care if I get past here. I just want to be 7th or higher. Just want to be 7th or higher. Last lap coming up. Come on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I mean, they're coming up close behind. Don't get me wrong. We've got to be careful here. All right, we got to put a little bit of temperature in the tires. Come on, come on. Just hang in there, buddy. Half a lap. Hang in there. I don't care if you get past by 7th, but hang in there. Hang in there. Oh, it's okay. That's okay. Nope, nope. We fended him off a little bit. Nope, we're going to get past. That's okay. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Our tires are dead. We just got to cross the line. Just got to cross the line. Wow. We got some sponsor money. We got some sponsor money. I'm impressed. I'm shocked, especially with the crash, to still pull out some sponsor money. I mean, we we took it to the limit there on the conditions for the car, but probably one of the best races I've run. I mean, definitely this series so far. I mean, we haven't really been trying up until now, but maybe even this entire game. I mean, we really pushed that one as far as we possibly could. That was, and we came in early on the slicks, which did mean we were really, really low on them towards the end, but I think it was the right move. Kept us up there. Wow, 7th or that's all we needed. I would have been happy with 15th or higher, honestly. 7th or higher. We have a chance. Not necessarily a chance to like win anything advanced this season, but we have a chance to like make some money this season. That is awesome. That is awesome. Wow, that feels good. Definitely feels good. Okay, so we're definitely gonna be doing practices all season. So these episodes might be a little bit long. I still like to try and get 2 episodes per 2 races, I should say, per episode, if at all possible, because we're gonna have a lot of just a lot of races to go, and I just need to get a lot of stuff coming in. Expected result, we came 7th. I mean, we could have pushed that up. That's impressive. 7th, and that's with her being knocked out there. I love that both our drivers are 17. They got so much potential ahead of them. We're gonna have some decent. I mean, even our backup drivers technically got. Although he's 36, how much potential does he really have? We need to check to see if he's a paid driver. I actually don't remember. Yeah, right? No, we'll check in a second. I think he is. Ooh, man, that felt so good. And we're only going to go up from there. Only going to go up from there. Let's see here. Drivers. Yeah, you're paid driver. Yeah, for sure. We definitely want to use him in practice sessions. I think that's the only one. These other guys are not, correct? Kind of forget who we have. Flat spotter. He's got a little less smoothness. He hates team orders. That's fine. Markability's high. That's good. So all those things are good. And then you have adaptability and market. Yeah, so this is all good. All right, pit crew. I mean, we got to start caring about the pit crew. We got to care about everything this season. I mean, this is it. This is legit. 90 with a 15. It's not amazing, but definitely workable. We got to get rid of somebody for him to do that. I mean, honestly, not. If we lose them, I'll leave them in the list. But if we lose them, it's not the end of the world. I'm going to drop anybody that's below 85 for sure. Even this 87, we may drop, although pretty good overall. Anybody here in the pit crew that we need to... Okay, we definitely need to swap some people around. And I didn't even realize we didn't even have the best jack person in there. Or the best fixing people. I should have looked and checked to make sure we had everything that was good. You're one of the best rear jacks that we have. Let's move you in there, please. Front jacks. We have a 15 front jack. So, got a little tiny bit of a mistake chance, but not too bad. Tires, 14, 15, 13, 13. That's pretty solid. There's a 14 there. Let's drop you up there to, doesn't really matter. One of you guys. A little bit high mistake chance here from Bombalus, so we'll have to keep an eye on them, but I think this is okay so far. And then, oh wow, look at that, 19 refueling. That is incredible. Definitely want to babysit them quite a bit to make sure that they're okay. There's a 16 refueling. And then we'll put a couple guys that are pretty good on fixing, because we are going to have to do a little bit of fixing still. All right, that looks okay. I mean, a little bit of mistake percentage, but not too bad. It was 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. That's what, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. 0.8 mistake percentage. I think that's livable. Anybody here who's just terrible? I mean, no, everybody here is at least somewhat okay. What about just overall stamina? I mean, a couple of these guys are a little low, but I think we're going to be all right. All right, this looks good. Looks real good. I'm impressed. I am impressed. Where does the fault lie? Don't know which one of these is bad for us. All right, so his happiness went down. Okay, that's fine. Honestly, he's got plenty of happiness. We're not too worried about that. We got brakes coming in 3 days and 19 hours. We also got the brake facility coming in, which is awesome. Don't know if we have enough money to do anything else right this second. We'll come look at that here in a moment. Obviously, I'd love to work my way up to like the factory and stuff like that. And if we get a bunch of sponsor money this year from finishing 7th or higher, we might have a chance of doing something like that. 1 day, 19 hours on the brakes. Let's make sure we're improving the right parts. We're not improving anything on reliability. Whoops. Those brakes are completely maxed out. Oh, that's why, because those brakes were maxed out. We're doing some more brakes now, so we don't need to worry about any more brakes. Oh, that's right. We have spec engines. That's part of the reason why the engines are okay. Honestly, more engine reliability is going to be good. We do want to cap that out. And then, you know, one of these. Actually, we might as well just do all of them. And that'll be okay. There's our brake design. And we do want to lock that in right away. So I guess we'll lock these off after all. Put this new brake in there. 432 is the potential. And get that one as capped out as much as we can real quick. And we'll design a new part. Let's go ahead and do another. Let's see, brakes are up to 8th, 8th, 7th. I'd like to at least get the brakes up to 7th or higher, I think. Because the break point is if it's every 25%, you know, the break point could be between 7th or 8th. So anything 7th or higher, I think is going to be our best move. So let's go with you. Let's go with you. And let's go with, let's see, you're going to get us up to 452. You're going to get us up to 472, but lower the reliability. But that's okay, probably. And then we will have the opportunity to produce an additional part for no extra cost or time. Wow. That's pretty cool. All right, we'll go with this. And still going to have a lot of reliability ahead of us, but 472 is pretty solid. All right, we'll let the reliability go for a few days here, and then we'll swap it out. Okay, let's go check it out now. 79, that's pretty good, honestly. I think we go back to the plan of plugging all these things in here. And go away. 8 days after race, that's not too bad. We're going to get some good reliability put into those parts. Honestly, we shouldn't have hardly any reliability issues in this next race. We're going to get enough reliability put in to not really be a problem. Yokohama. I'm still shocked that we got 7th or higher. That is incredible. All right, there's some brakes, and we actually might be able to improve these brakes just in time as well. And we got up to 90%, 82. Oh, those are great. Those are some good parts. I mean, we can take our time really maxing those out now at this point. Definitely want to try and max you out as quickly as possible. Although you're only at 371, so you're not even our best. I mean, you two guys are not our second best brake at the moment. It's really this other one, which we actually need to clear out these real quick. We definitely want to improve those two. And really, it's just kind of these 6, really. It's only 6 parts that we can improve on performance anyway. Just make it a little bit easier. Yeah, as soon as we can start putting some performance into these, that would be pretty awesome. I mean, do we dare? I don't know if we can afford to shrink that down anymore at all. You're our best performance guy as well. I mean, it might be okay to swap these around. Does add a little bit of time, 1 day to this, but at least gets us a little bit more trickle coming in here. I'm tempted to go like 20, 10, just to get some performance here. Let's see here. 40% chance of rain. We're trying to get new brakes. Don't you worry about yourself. We are working on it now. And we do also want to see, can we do another brake setup? We're still only 8th or higher. Although that's probably not counting. Our parts haven't been improved, really. So that's probably part of it. We don't have the R&D level 2. So, how much would the R&D level 2 be? 10 mil. I mean, we could get there this season if we really wanted to. I mean, we could design another brake, but honestly, to what end? Because, I mean, another 472 would be pretty solid, to be fair. But I think we start working on some of these other parts. Like, I'm going to assume that once we start improving some performance on these brakes, that we'll slip into that 7th or higher bracket. I mean, I hope. We may not, but I'm hoping that we will. So let's start working on some acceleration here. And really nothing amazing here, unfortunately. We'll start with this one and see if that gets us anywhere. Hopefully our parts improved enough to make a difference here. Alright, definitely go with 7th or above. I mean, it's only 600,000, but 600,000 is decent money. If we can get it. And then let's check our parts real quick. I hope only 57%. Yeah, it's just not worth it. So we'll give you the 375. We'll give you the 374 at 79%. But this will definitely be ready for the next race, which is awesome. And everything else looks like it's going to be okay. I'm still okay with giving her the better parts. I think she will ultimately be... it's hard to say. She may not be a better driver, but we're working on her. She's listed as #1. We got to give her the better parts to make her content. He seemed like he was doing fine with the less better parts anyway. My seat cushion slipped a little bit, so I just noticed I'm slouching down in the chair a little bit. Give me a second. There we go, a little bit better. All right, Layla and Jesus and Roland. All right, so let's check here. I mean, we definitely want to... Oh, I forgot to check to see the race length again. Yeah, I mean, it's a 40% chance of rain. $10 to 12 laps is quite a bit. There's not a lot of races that are like, 36 laps or something like that. I'm actually going to risk it, go with softs this time around. And see if maybe we can run 2 stints on softs or something like that. Let's go. Let's see, I'm going to do this. Let's put the downforce all the way down. I think it seemed like it worked out to go, heavy on one side and then go from there. Try it again. No, cancel. Gotta make sure we change yours as well. You're way off on the downforce. And then handling will pull up that way. Speed balance will pull up. I don't know, something like that. Something like that. That'll work. Take practice. I mean, we definitely have a chance, so it's definitely worth taking the practices at this point. Still try to do them pretty quickly, just so we're not like wasting a whole bunch of time. But definitely worth doing. Hey, we got a couple excellents already. Well, that's pretty solid. Excellence on the angles as well, which is, you know, one of the things that's you want to get that locked in as quickly as possible, because once you lock that in, it doesn't change at all. Whereas changing this does change other things. It's definitely really worth it to get that locked in. All right, so we're poor here. Probably gonna go pretty heavy, and then we're very poor here. I'm gonna go a little bit heavier on that one. That all looks good. No rain or anything like that, so we'll stay on that. You already have a grade as well? Yeah, you already had 82%. It's not bad. Not bad at all. So we'll bring the speed balance up quite a bit. And then we'll probably bring the handling. I'm going to assume this side of things. Something like that, maybe. And again, as soon as we get 95 or higher, I'm pretty happy with that. Excellent. Great. I think she's going to be probably easily 95 or higher. So I don't even think we have to worry about her. Yeah, 96. We might do a little tweaking and just send her out for the rest of the stint. Because if we get a little bit more, then cool, so be it. Poor to great. So maybe a smidge more in the handling. And then a smidge more on the speed balance. Something like that. We'll try that. If it gets worse, then no big deal. We just won't use that one. You're probably what, 92 maybe? 90. Okay, fair enough. Went from poor to good, so a little bit more in the handling. And went from very poor to good on the speed balance, so a little bit more on the speed balance. Something like that. We're going to have to bring you back in, which is fine. There we go. That's going to be locked in pretty good. It's going to be, what, 97, 96? 97. Perfect. Good enough. I mean, I'm not even sure if I don't even want to change anything. Honestly, that's plenty. Let's get out there and get our feedback at this point. Still got 6 minutes to try and max out the feedback. Oh, I didn't realize you had... I did not mean to put you on mediums. That was a mistake. Not the end of the world. I'm not going to swap it now, but definitely was a mistake. At least we'll get the race trim. And hopefully level 2 on at least the softs, because I think that's the one I would prefer to run. Yeah, oh well. I changed her tires and I just forgot to change his is all. We might have been able to bring him in as soon as I noticed and then still gotten level 3. And actually we probably could have, but that's alright. Not going to be a big deal, I don't think. Yeah, we're not going to, I don't think we're, well, I say that. We could drop position just from that one mistake. It's possible. It's always possible. Looks like it's dry currently. We'll see if it's going to have any rain in the race day at all. Yeah, it's going to get rain about halfway. It's only 29 lap race. We might want to do like, how much fuel can we put in? We'll check here in a second. My medium tire is wearing more slowly. Could be useful here. I'm going to plug that in for just a second. I'm not sure if we'll stick with that or not. I'm going to leave you on soft tires. Let's see here. We're definitely okay with all that. Oh wow, you got triple excellence. Which is what, 98%? Not bad. So we can put 12 laps of fuel in. If we come in and change on lap 15, 16, now we'd have to wait till 17 to be able to have enough fuel to get all the way to the end, which is really deep into that. This might be a 3-pit, one early, one midway, and one halfway towards the end. It's a little crazy, but I just don't know if it's just not an easy, good break here. We can't get enough fuel to make it as soon as we do put inners on to make it to the end of the race. So we're going to have to come and get fuel anyway. And we can't get enough fuel at the beginning of the race to make it to the inner spot. So we're going to have to refuel anyway. So honestly, just go crazy on the aggression. We got a little bit better you know, engine stuff, which probably means we want to shortchange our fuel here a bit. I'm just going to put like 8 laps of fuel in here. Get us at least 7 laps. And then we'll refuel. And then we'll go 7 more laps. I think we're going to do 3 pits. It's not ideal, But I think it's going to have to be. Probably pitch you a little bit earlier. Let's see here. Still okay on the softs for you as well. You're actually in first place. Oh, it's because it goes in reverse order of what place you were in to begin with. So I actually kind of want to leave you more aggressive longer. Well, you might not have to stay more aggressive longer. I think I'm going to give you one more lap of fuel. I think that's the direction I want to go. And then we're not going to use medium tires at all, so we'll just go softs. Yeah, definitely going to wish we had that 15%, but that's all right. All right, I think this is okay. I think we keep Roland's going to pit first, Layla second. We're probably going to try and pit around that lap 7 mark. I think this works. I think this works with the way I want. Again, an extra pit is not great, but there's just not a real easy way to time it out. So I think we just... Oh, she had a bad start. Real bad start. So I think we just plan for the extra pit. That is what it is. At least we have some car condition for the engine, so we can push a little bit more. Go double red, and then we'll drop them down pretty quickly here. We'll coast through on some double oranges for a bit. Probably leave Roland on orange the entire time, so he can pit pretty quickly here. Really push the tires as well, honestly. Looks like the rain's actually only going to last a little bit, but either way, we were going to pit halfway through the rain anyway. Maybe we're pitting halfway through the rain for some softs again. As long as we keep them on the same strategy, then they'll still be a lap apart. Roland's dropped down pretty heavily, actually. A bit unexpected. Roland's going to come through with 4 laps left before he needs to pit. That's going to be fine. You need to drop down to yellow because you need to go at least 5 laps. When you cross the line here, you need 4 laps left before you pit. Let's drop back on the tires a little bit. We are starting to burn through them a little bit more aggressively than we probably want. I might be able to keep Roland up higher. So you have 4 laps. Okay, yeah, you're going to be fine. In fact, you can go back to orange. And we're going to leave you on yellow just for a little bit. I don't want it to get too hot. But I think this is okay. You're back in 20th. Wow, that hurts really bad. All right, we're going to go 2 laps here. So he'll start planning his pit after the next one. Why is he so far down? I mean, I guess these other guys just got much more improvements in their car than we did. As soon as we cross the line with Roland, we will schedule his pit. All right, pit in. We're going to come in for softs because there's no reason to do anything else. And we do want to put in... he's what on lap? What lap are we on? Well, whatever it is. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... What, 6, 7 laps? 8 laps? Something like that? I think we're on lap 6, right? Where am I? I'm not seeing the lap we're on right now for some reason. I'm sure it's here in front of my face, but I'm just not seeing it. I'm going to put in 8 laps, I think. Just to make sure he has enough to get there. That should be enough. No parts need to be fixed right now. We'll go fast. And we will drop you down to medium on that. We can push up with the tires, I think. Go around lap 7, okay. That's fine. 8 laps of fuel in, I think that's going to be okay. You're going to be able to push pretty aggressively. Alright, Greaser's about to cross the line. We'll schedule her pit. So she's across the line. 0.12 laps, not a lot of lap fuel left. And we'll probably go 7 laps with you, I'm guessing. Probably only go about 6 laps before we need to pit you. Although, actually, we need to keep you about the same. To keep you in line with where he's at. Not kind of keep you guys split from each other, I should say. I will drop you down to medium. Just try and conserve. Just try and make sure that we're getting a good roundup on the fuel here. I think we can go high and push for at least a while. I mean, some of these other guys are going to have to pit here in a little bit. They might be trying to push it all the way to when the weather gets bad. I mean, that extra pit may cost us a lot, honestly. May be a huge mistake. I mean, the whole point is we can go more aggressive on tires and things. I just don't know. I don't know how you... Maybe we could have pushed into that rain a little bit more and just been on unoptimal tires for longer. I mean, maybe that's the move. I'm going to go double orange for both of y'all for basically this entire time. Actually... No, I actually think we can go overtake for a while. Really push through some fuel here before we have to swap to the inners. Oh, somebody crashed. Hopefully, hopefully we don't crash this time. Right, back up to 9th. 15th with Roland. Not bad. Let's drop down to neutral on the tires. Try to get a little bit of temperature in there. I mean, I don't think it's bad until it gets all the way up to high, but probably want to be a little careful here. Alright, so Greaves. No, sorry, Greaves. We'll chuck Roland real quick. Once he crosses the line, we'll see how much fuel he's got left and kind of time it out properly. He's going to have right at 4 laps of fuel, or 3 laps if I go stay on the attack, which I think 3 laps is fine, because I think that's when we want to swap to inners anyway. Unless we can push it to lap 17 after all. No, we can't, because we don't have the fuel for 5 more laps. So yeah, we'll go with the aggressive stuff here. I mean, technically Greaves, if we drop her down all the way to like low, she might be able to make it to lap 17. It's a huge, huge risk. I don't know. We'll do 2 different strategies. See what happens. And we'll even go conserve. We're just going to really just conserve it up quite a bit here. Roland's going to go more aggressive. In fact, we're going to go push on the tires. If he burns through the tires a little bit, not a big deal. 1 more lap, then he'll schedule his pit. Here comes the rain. Gotta be real careful here. Bunch of people coming for inners. She's gonna start having some issues pretty quickly here. I don't think we can make it to 17. Just don't think there's any way. Alright, Roland, just enough to push all the way. We're gonna drop you down to high though. And we'll leave you a push on the other one. And then we'll go ahead and schedule your pit. Bring you in on inners. And really just like 7 laps. Only need to be about halfway. Park conditions looking okay. Pit strategy still fast. That's okay. I think his is going to be the better strategy, honestly. Because I think her staying out longer on bad tires and things like that is just not a right move. She crosses the line here in a second. She'll have 2 laps left of fuel. We'll at least get her to maybe lap 16, right? It's going to be close. You know, we're just going to go up to medium at this point and plan to pitch you here in 2 laps. I think that'll work. Alright, we can stay pretty aggressive with you. We might even come in for wets for that last little bit there. I don't know. It's hard to say. Probably still inners. Is actually still the right move. And first place hasn't come into pit. There's actually quite a few people who haven't come into pit yet. Alright, so... Alright, we definitely need to pit now. And... kind of go up to high probably and be alright. I don't really want to push in the rain, to be honest. So, we're definitely going to come in for inners for you. And we're going to fill you up. And we're going to have to go pretty conservative with the fuel. But that means 1 less pit stop for you. We'll see what happens. Keep him aggressive, keep her conservative. I mean, we're going to save a few seconds on not having to pit. We're going to lose a few seconds, quite a few seconds on going in low engine modes. The tires should be fine to last the entire time, though. So at least there's that. Alright, so we gotta go low engine mode for a while with her until we know for sure that we're in a good spot. I think it's gonna be okay. I'll check his fuel when he crosses the line, see kind of what strategy we want to use for the rest of this. 4 point, yeah, actually still staying orange, gives us 4 more laps. I think that's going to be okay. Alright, so Greaves is really just settling in here. Doing a whole lot of nothing. At some point, I think she'll be able to go back to yellow on the engine, but she's going to be losing a lot of time going conserve on the engine, to be fair. Probably would just be better just to pit her. Just be able to go more aggressive, but 2 different strategies. We'll see which one ends up paying off. We'll drop you down to neutral on the tires. So right now she is crossing the line. She's at 11 laps left. So yeah, she's still got a lot more conserve to go. I think it's is it 0.7, 0.9? I don't remember exactly how much you gain from going on the lower modes. Probably like 0.9 or 8 or something like that. She's about, yeah, I think it looks like it's about 0.9 because I think she was at 0.2. Now she's at 0.3 when she crossed the line. So we're going to have a few more laps of this before we can even go neutral at all. But she's going to have 1 less pit. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, so he can actually go, nope, he can stay out. Are we going to swap tires? I mean, we technically don't have to, but we might as well, I guess. Tires is actually one of the quicker things to do. Alright, we'll go ahead and schedule his pit. And we'll come back out on, I guess we'll do intermediates. I think it's still the right move. And 8 laps of fuel left. So we'll go 8 and a bit so that we can push the whole time. Can we fit in the fixed part? 2 seconds longer to fix the suspension, but is that something we want to do? We could fix the front wing free. It might be worth the 2 seconds just to, you know what? We're not going to risk it. We'll do the front wing just because. There's no reason not to, but we're not going to, we're not going to risk the 2 seconds. Or maybe the other way to say is we are going to risk the part instead of the 2 seconds. It's pretty cold on her tires, but I think she'll be okay. It gets really, really low. We'll start pushing her a little bit. Alright, he can come out in double orange, that's fine. Alright, we'll push up to 12x for now. Keep an eye on things for a few laps here. Alright, so cross the line. A few seconds ago. I think it'll tell us when she has excess fuel, so we're just going to kind of settle in for now. Really keep an eye on the temperatures, keep an eye on things. I think she's close to being able to start actually going again. We'll check her once she crosses the line here, right there. Yeah, she's right at 5 laps, so she can go back up to medium for sure. And we'll stay on neutral, although actually we kind of need to push a little bit just to get a little temperature there. You're going to come down to neutral just to get a little temperature out of your tires. Doesn't look like we're going to get 7th this time around. A couple people still have to pit though, but... So she's at 4 laps. She might even be able to go orange here towards the end. Not quite yet. Tires are starting to get a little bit crazy, so we're going to go back to neutral there. You're okay. I have to go back to push for a little bit, see if we can get you worked back up a bit more. 2 spots away from 7th. That'd be pretty awesome. 2.2, she's right at being able to... She goes about halfway through this, she can go back up to orange. And then you're going to be okay to go stay on orange as well. So actually we'll go about halfway, and then I think we can go up to orange with you. Gonna be perfect. Park conditions are borderline, but are gonna be okay, I think. Tires, you know, pretty rough, but they're gonna be okay. Yeah, you're perfect. 1.12, just crossed the line. You're at 1.13. Technically, you can go up to overtake. We'll leave you on push, because why not? You got plenty of tire. Yeah, let's go with this. Well, at least one of us is in 7th. Are we staying up there? 1 second. Let's go watch you. We'll drop down 4x. 8th. I mean, there's not much we can do to change it if something happened here. And it looks like we are going to make 7th. Wow. And 9th. Wow. So the very risky strategy of just going really conservative on the fuel, only having the 2 pit stops, did actually work out. Although she started in 1st and dropped down to 7th. He started in, what, 15th and moved up to 9th. Honestly, I think both strategies worked, if you really think about it. I mean, 9th is a great finish from starting at 15th, and 7th, not a great finish from starting at 1st, but she dropped down to 4th pretty quickly after the start. So she really only lost a couple spots. Honestly, I think either strategy has its benefits, has its pros and cons, depending on how you look at it. Really, end result, we got the sponsor objective, and we had 2 people above 10th place. Cannot go wrong with that. We're now a 5th place team. And that's with somebody crashing. That's impressive. I'm pretty happy. I think that went really, really well. Really just want to see these guys continue to improve in their overall skills and stuff. I mean, she's just going to continue to both of these are just continue to get better, become better drivers, and can't go wrong with that. And if we continue to get sponsor money, we're spending a lot of money on staff and things, but that sponsor money is really helping us out quite a bit. All right, well, there's our save. 2 episodes in, about an hour-long episode. Hopefully that's not too big of a problem. I think we just really want to push through this season as much as we can. Yeah, I'm pretty happy, though. Things are going really, really well. Being a 5th place or higher team is pretty awesome. Honestly, we're not that far off from 1st place. I feel like our cars are doing really, really well. I'm pretty happy. Let me know what you guys think so far in this our 6th season, our first real season to really, really be trying. Let me know. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.